All right, for this one, we have to get to the key of B flat. You're still using your 1-4-5 for A, so you'll still be using A, D, and E, but you have to figure out where to put the capo to take that A chord to B flat, that shape. So what I'm going to do is I'll kind of walk you through this in the other capo positions, because you'll need to know this stuff in some of the later exercises anyway. If I knew you were capoed where you're going to be to play A, D, and E, and I wanted to play something else, I would start looking for, hey, where could I put a capo and play a C chord, since that's the first chord of the C.A.G.E.D? Well, if I take this C chord shape and I've got to get to B flat, that means I'm way up here. My third finger is at the 13th fret. That's a B flat note. My first finger on the second string is at the 11th fret. That's a B flat note. So I'd have to capo at the 10th fret. It's a great sound. And it's not like a weird thing to do, but it's hard to play up there. Right? So my 1-4-5 would be C, F, and G. Now, if I wanted a capo, thinking, okay, where could I play a D chord? Well, I know that the D chord shape open, the open string, the fourth string open is a D note. My third finger is a D note. So I could drag my third finger up to B flat. It's the 11th fret. Now, the capo would go 2 frets behind. So I'd be capoed at the 8th fret. So if I'm capoed at the 8th fret, when I hit the fourth string open, because of the capo, that's a B flat note. So now you would be playing A, D, E for your 1-4-5. I'm going to be playing D, G, A. So there's my 1. I'm playing a D chord shape, but it's going to sound B flat. There's my 4. I'm playing a G chord shape, but because of the capo, it's going to sound E flat. My A shape, that's my 5 chord, that's F. So if you don't know your 1-4-5 chords, if you don't know your music theory, that's okay. You can figure it out using this system. So if you don't know what your 1-4-5 chords are in the key of B flat, you can pause and figure it out. Find, like I'm up here right now, so we'll talk about this. That's my 1 chord, right? I know that is a B flat note. So you can put the capo anywhere and figure out what the root note of the chord is. That's going to tell you the name of that chord. So if you see somebody else playing in a capo position and you want to figure out what they're doing, you have to know where the root note is of the chords they're playing. Okay, so let's see. Did we talk about... Let's do the E shape. So if I know E is open, E is my root, what I'm looking for, put the capo on B flat, because that's the key I'm getting to. Now I play an E chord. So the 6th fret on the thick string is a B flat note. So I can put the capo there, play E. Now my 4 chord is A. Now my 5 chord, is B. E, A, B, right? Now this is where the open strings gets tricky for people if they're trying to march up, right? Like E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp. They start to get lost. They're not sure if they're on a sharp or flat. So I think it's just better to find the root and put the capo there, or that's if it's an open string. If you're using a chord shape like G or C, put the root of that chord where it needs to be to get to the right key, put the capo where it needs to go. I think that's more consistent. But you have to do the marching thing for a little bit. That's all right. It's not a big deal. You'll get there. part of this is about learning the neck. So it's work, but once you do this work, man, you have it forever. It stays with you. Okay, so we're going to play in the key of B flat. I'm going to capo at the 3rd fret because I know when I play a G chord at the 6th fret, that's my root. So now I'm going to be playing G, C, that's my 4, and D. B flat, E flat, F, that's my 1, 4, 5. All right, so let's start at the top. You're capoed for A, D, E, but hopefully you're in the key of B flat. And let's do strum pattern number 5. Down, down, up, down, up. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Five, and our 1.